right, let's look at some produce.
We're going on a special shopping trip.
This is interesting here.
Inspecting some of Canada's biggest retailers and grocers. This isn't your average price check. It's a plastic spot check. Loblaws. Sobeys.
You got two types of plastic.
Walmart.
Okay, let's grab one of these.
Costco.
2 bags in a bag.
Plastic seemingly everywhere.
Certified compostable.
And we're going to get to the bottom of this label, Compostable. Is it as green as advertised? Why does it matter? Because there's a plastic crisis. In Malaysia, we saw where some of Canada's recyclables actually end up. Some of it piled up, discarded, and even burned.
They just dump here and then they burn it.
Malaysia has been cracking down on foreign plastic. The most recent raid in January, where authorities found more Canadian plastic at another port. Much of our waste from familiar supermarket brands. Towering with plastic. You made it clear, you want less, way less.
Change the packaging.
You should encourage people to buy more things that are not plastic.
In light of all these plastic problems, is change even possible?
Let's go have some fun now.
Ask the Irzua family. They did an experiment and went plastic-free for 2 weeks.
Wow, they're all wrapped in plastic. How are we gonna get some meat?
Corn flour, because it comes in plastic.
All plastic.
And today,
Go put this in the recycling. Go put this in recycling. No, not there. Good job.
they recycle, they compost, and they shop for less plastic options.
So we're more cautious with what we grab from the shelves. We actually look at the packaging now. Some snacks come wrapped in plastic inside the box. You know, when we go grocery shopping, we kind of see, okay, do we really need this? Like a lot of the snacks that we used to like are like, okay, maybe we don't need this time.
Cucumber.
But it's still tough to avoid.
Come on. Do we really need eggplants wrapped in plastic? Limes. Now this is all plastic.
The Irzuas are trying to limit their plastic use. Are some of Canada's biggest retailers? At Sobeys, we notice no more plastic bags at checkout.
They're charging for the paper bags, so they have no more plastic bags at checkout.
Remember these? At Walmart, these individually wrapped yellow peppers gave many of you intense plastic wrap rage.
The few days and the short time of freshness we get, worth the time that this is going to spend in our landfills.
Guess what? They're gone.
Single peppers, unwrapped.
So are bagged organic bananas.
No more plastic, no more sticker.
At Loblaws-owned Superstore, we noticed changes too. Cucumbers no longer in hard-to-recycle black plastic trays.
The cucumbers, there used to be black trays here. Yeah.
All wins according to eco-journalist Adria Vassal.
I'm happy to hear that Walmart has stopped selling a single pepper in plastic.
Same for Loblaws and those new cucumber trays.
This is only a very tiny step forward for the grocer, but they have a lot further to go.
So this is their in-house water.
But we still notice lots of plastic at all the stores. You complained last time about double-wrapped paper towels at Costco.
Why is there so much plastic inside the plastic bag?
We checked again, still here. We also found these mangoes.
Okay, this is the first. Mangoes in a clamshell.
I'm speechless. You know, mangoes come in their own packaging. It is called skin.
Last year, Costco said it was working on solutions, such as using more recycled plastic packaging. This year, no comment.
So we got paper bags.
Remember, Sobeys got rid of plastic at the checkout, but as we discover, it's still everywhere else.
Paper bags up there, but plastic still here.
Sobeys tells us they have made progress, but knows there's more they can do to remove avoidable plastic from their stores.
See coconuts too.
And then there's this from Walmart.
This boggles the mind. A coconut comes with its own packaging. It is called the shell, right?
Walmart tells us while they have made some changes, more is coming. At Loblaws,
There's a bag in a bag in a bag.
here we go. We've got another bag, and inside that bag,
Another bag. Oh my God, no.
and another one in there.
What?
What do you think about that?
Oh, stop it. This is crazy. Oh God. I'm
bags.
just gonna sit here moaning and crying because this is insane for one salad.
The makers of this salad and Dempster's say plastic helps reduce food waste. Bounty says they double wrap for sanitary reasons. And they all say they're trying to use less plastic.
I know Canadian grocers are making a lot of commitments to reduce the amount of single-use plastics in grocery stores, and that's great, and I support them in that, but they have to move a lot faster than they are.
This seems like one way they're trying to solve our plastic problem.
Compostable bags, and they have them all over the place here.
Compostable plastics, bags, straws, even coffee pods.
This is a big one right now. There's compostable coffee pods.
The green benefits are on the packaging. Is this really a solution to our plastic predicament? To find out, we go to Canada's largest municipality.
In the City of Toronto, compostable packaging and products should be placed in the garbage.
In the garbage.
That's correct.
Nadine Kerr is with Solid Waste Management Services at the City of Toronto.
Anything that behaves like a plastic in our green bin program is going to get pulled out in that pre-processing step.
So where does this end up?
They will end up in landfill.
That goes for compostable plastic bags and straws too. Turns out, Toronto isn't alone. Most municipalities across the country send compostable plastics to the landfill.
What are consumers supposed to think when they see this, though, and they see something that says it's compostable?
I know, it can be confusing. People think that they're doing the right thing buying the compostable products.
So is this greenwashing?
I would call it greenwashing, yes. I'd like to see better messaging on these products so that consumers can make informed choices.
Here's the deal. You can't just put compostable plastics into your backyard. These plastics require specific conditions, like high heat in industrial composters to properly break down. And most municipalities say they're not equipped to handle it. So they end up in the landfill and act like any other organic waste, according to experts.
I mean, if a banana peel on a hot dog doesn't break down in landfill, then how do the compostable coffee pods have a chance in landfill? It's confusing for the consumer, it's confusing for the brands.
The Urzuas thought they knew what to look out for.
It says 100% compostable, so I would trust this and I would put it in my compost. So that's like a really good step.
What if I told you that none of these are accepted in Toronto at the municipal recycling facilities, and they're not accepted in many facilities across the country?
Are you serious?
That's what I said.
I'm serious, yeah.
I see no difference.
That's crazy. So why would they put all the labels on there?
Good question. Who's got the answer?
So these are your coffee pods?
Yes, we make them for lots of different companies.
John Pigott is the CEO of Club Coffee. His company produces millions of compostable pods every year.
They're made of food waste. 85% of them are coffee grounds.
Looking at the packaging here, this says 100% compostable
That's correct.
up front.
Yes, it's designed to work. San Francisco approved it. Seattle approved it.
But where in Canada can you compost these pods right now?
We can compost them in any system that accepts them.
We checked with several major cities across the country, and they tell us they do not compost these pods. It actually ends up in the landfill.
No, it was tested in some municipalities and it does work.
Which municipalities did you test these coffee pods?
City of Toronto.
But currently, they're not all accepting these.
They don't accept it because they don't want to accept it for other reasons.
Really? We show him what the City of Toronto told us.
We went to the City of Toronto and showed them the products, and I just want you to watch this.
I would call it greenwashing, yes.
It's been tested, it works, and that's what we designed it to do.
For consumers, you can see how confusing this is, though. They're buying this stuff thinking this is compostable, but what we're being told is at the end of the day, it ends up in the landfill.
We know that consumers would rather have a plant-based solution been a plastic-based solution.
Speaking of solutions,
Marketplace! 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 Marketplace!
Together, Marketplace and the Eco Team, we make a great team, right?
Yeah!
this is the Eco Team at R.L. Graham Elementary. They know all about fighting for the environment.
I care about my world, and I really care about animals.
Plastic's not good for environment. Stop making single-use plastic.
They're probably some of the most sophisticated consumers in the country. They've done their homework on how this all works.
What are you seeing in the grocery stores?
Like, you know how they say they recycle the plastic?
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't.
You guys sound like you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah? Would you guys say you're experts?
Yeah.
We put them to the test.
We went shopping, we bought some things, and we're gonna ask you...
I have a bad feeling about this.
If I show you some things, can you tell me what bins they belong in?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Let's start with an easy one.
Oh, no! That is just annoying.
Whoa, I see a lot of you are saying, oh no. There we go.
Okay, they know their stuff. How will they do with compostable plastics? First up, compostable bags.
And I want to show you what this one says. What does this say? So where would this go?
In the green bin.
Do you guys agree with that? Yeah? Wait, so you're going to put that in the green bin? I am going to stop you. A lot of the centers across the country cannot break this down. They're just not set up to compost this. So you know where this actually ends up? Even if you put it in the compost, where does this end up? In the landfill.
So they get the first compostable plastic wrong. How about these compostable coffee pods?
Okay, so this is the compostable one. Where does that belong?
The actual coffee pods belong in the garbage because when it says compostable, most municipalities don't take it. It needs an industrial-sized composter to actually get composted.
Is she right?
Yeah.
She's right, so the pods actually belong?
Garbage.
Do you think the company should make it easier for you to know what actually belongs in these bins? Yeah?
It's ridiculous. Oh, even more than ridiculous.
Pigott hopes one day his compostable pods will be accepted across Canada.
Is the system ready for everything? Not yet, but you work with them to get there. We're working with government levels to say this is the right long-term solution, is to turn this, when what it is food waste, back into soil.
We ask other companies who make or sell compostable products what they're doing. No comment from Costco. Sobeys says they're piloting a number of sustainable initiatives in their stores. Walmart and Loblaws say they choose certified compostable products. And Loblaws adds they get municipalities have their own rules. Meanwhile, the company that makes this compostable cutlery is calling on more municipalities to accept it. For now, these kids are taking action into their own hands.
So is it better to reuse or recycle? What's better?
Reuse.
So do we recycle or do we reduce?
Reuse.
Reduce. Can you reduce?
Yeah.
Reduce and reuse.
Good job.
It's a no-brainer.
Let's all do our part. Our world, we don't want it to end up a big dump.